All right, so we are live. So, hi everyone, welcome back to another stream where today we will be talking about the Injective protocol. And with us today, we have Shuhan from Injective, and he is a DevRel engineer at Injective. And Shuhan will take us through what Injective is and what are the key differentiators of the Injective chain. So I'll pass it on to you, Shuhan, where, if you want to greet the audience, ask them questions, or give a brief introduction about yourself, then teach every one of us about Injective. So over to you, Shuhan.
Thank you, Sahil. Thank you. Hi everyone. My name is Chu Han. I'm from Injective, now working as Gabriel there. And I believe most of you have heard Injective before, but probably not know exactly why Injective is so unique and what's the very, the most powerful feature that Injective blockchain as a blockchain can offers to you. During this presentation, I will help you like to understanding better about injective blockchain, and also we're gonna dive into uh, the modularity, the multi VM, and why all those features can shape and define evolution in future. And before we start, I want to give another special thanks to QuickNote. QuickNote is a very good infrastructure partner for us. And at the end of this presentation, I think I will give a few minutes quick live demo to show you how you can easily set up the endpoints with QuickNode infrastructure and do a quick interact with the injective network through it. Okay, let's start our um, presentation. Um, so what is injective? We always give one sentence to answer this question. Injective is a blockchain built for finance. But what the the meaning behind of this is for now I think we think like finance is still under the majority of finance or the mainstream finance is still under a centralized ecosystem, right? But we all believe there is a trend for the next generation finance. It's going to be more decentralized, and people can actually control their assets and actually managing their assets by themselves. They can see their profits. They can trade with freedom. I think this is a very good definition for next generation of finance. So how the next generation finance require for a blockchain? I have some, uh, I have conclude few points that I want to share with you. So I think first, this blockchain need to have very high speed and should be scalable, highly scalable, because you just imagine in a real world when you tap your credit card, you want to pay for a coffee. Um, a lot of the millions of people are doing the same thing. So this system have to have ability to process your transaction along with a millions like another transaction together, like parallel or finishing instantly. Otherwise, I won't feel good if I want to pay my coffee and I wait for 10 minutes until my transaction has been confirmed on the blockchain. That would be a very inconvenient way for the daily or real case use. Second, I think this blockchain or system need tailored financial tools. I mean, it's some customized or specialized financial tools that the users or the developers can easily find on this ecosystem. Uh, so that there's no need for rebuild from zero. There's no need for extra developing resources wasting uh, to rebuild every wheels, right? And I think third, it's also very important since it's interoperability. Because you know finance we chasing for the efficiency, we're chasing for the capitalized efficiency. If the blockchain or the ecosystem is too isolated from the others, which means you cannot leverage the entire liquidity from the entire blockchain blockchain industry. But with high interoperability, you can actually using or leverage the other ecosystems liquidity or their advantage, so that the entire ecosystem can be better and more stronger. And the next one is, I think this blockchain need to become very cost efficiency. Uh, that's also very natural thinking. Uh, like if I want to buy a coffee through this blockchain, I don't want to they charge me more than my the price of the coffee, right? More specific saying, I hope this cost won't cost me extra fees for buying the coffee. And also, I think next few points is very natural, since we are the next generation finance. We need to have decentralization. We need to be transparency, and also I think the last very important part is this blockchain need to have a resistance to the manipulation. For example,
Yeah.
like MEV. If we really want to build some blockchain for finance, it definitely need to be anti MEV. Otherwise, a lot of value has been attracted by the no matter it's validator or indexer or some um, on or some malicious nodes. So I think the anti-MEV feature is also very important for blockchain who wants to be the foundation of the next generation finance. Okay, let's dive into Injective and see how Injective's features support all of those points that I mentioned above. First, Injective have very fast transaction times. So you can imagine this Injective blockchain can confirm and submit your transaction and process it, execute it under 1 second. So it's really fast compared to the other blockchain like Ethereum or Bitcoin, very slow. Normally, if normally in a Ethereum ecosystem, your transaction need to wait uh, few minutes until it be confirmed, be received by the validators, and then submit to the EVM to be processed. Also, in order to make it become unchangeable, you will need wait more than 32 or 64 epochs until this is a mechanism under Ethereum 2.0. So you need to wait more time. Normally, gonna take you 20 to 30 minutes to achieve like almost your make your transaction almost unchangeable. So this is not I think it's not so good, but in Injective it's just very fast confirm. Next feature, Injective actually offers zero gas fees feature. So
Okay.
like I mentioned before, you don't need to, if you want to buy a coffee through Injective, you don't need to pay extra fees to process these transactions. So this is very
So,
nice.
so Chuhan, like on traditional blockchains or other blockchains like Ethereum or its L2s, the miners or validators who actually keep the network running, who secure the network, who confirms transactions, produces blocks, they are incentivized by gas fees, right? So how does zero gas fees work on Injective?
Yes. So um, I want to say this in some of the D apps in Injective ecosystem. Actually, the user interact with the D apps it's with zero gas fee. They don't need to pay
Okay,
anything. And uh, but for if a user want to send a transaction to Injective network with like execute a smart contract or just upload their code into the network, they have to pay a very little amount of gas fee. Uh,
got it.
like a $0.0000001, something like that. So it's almost like just zero. And I think user also
Understood.
feeling like just like zero. So I would conclude this like practical zero, but not theoretical or technical zero.
Understood. So it's very negligible. So you can say that it's like close to zero.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Understand. Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice, nice. So next, we have smarter smart contracts. This is maybe not easy to understand, but uh, here's another word to explain this. Because Injective is supporting Wasm, which I think Wasm is
Hmm.
very better language to define smart contract because it have highly modular design. If you ever writing smart contracts through Wasm, and also it's running resources are really low. So actually, it's very cost efficiency if you're running uh, Wasm smart contract. So I would like to conclude that it's smarter smart contract meaning. Also, another very important feature is like the order book that Injective offers for the users.
Hmm.
This is like native order book features that users can directly use and can feel the power behind it. I will go over a little bit about this later, but
Hmm.
uh, I think this is one thing very important for how Injective can become uh, the next foundation for the uh, next generation finance.
Oh yes, definitely. Because for this particular use case or order book, I think it's very interesting and beneficial that Injective is offering order book out of the box natively, because on other chains, usually order books or these finance order books are maintained by third parties or third party protocols, not offered by the chain team itself. So this is very interesting to see that Injective comes with the native order book support. But how does that work out? Like, does that comes natively supported, or is there a native decentralized order book already maintained, or people can create their order books? How does that look like?
Yes, yes. So in Injective, we have a lot of customized and powerful and easy to use modules that developed by our engineer team. So
Okay.
the order book feature is also contained by the Exchange module. It allows users directly interact with Exchange module and to create order book like system by themselves. So no need if you are a developer, no need to construct an order book by yourself. Also, this order book is an MEV, so no need to worry. When you using this when you use this order book system,
Mhm.
your apps or if you place a deal or place a trading on that, you will suffering by MEV. It won't. So it's very easy and very powerful tool for everybody to use it.
Understood. Yeah, I mean, it's very powerful having a native order book where you do not have to worry about using a protocol, and a order book, native order book, which is backed by the protocol itself, created by the protocol itself, is very powerful.
Yes, yes. And next is we utilize or leverage the power of Tendermint consensus. So it is very also another very good uh, and very powerful consensus algorithm that we use in our blockchain. So by leveraging its power, we can achieve over two, 25K TPS. Uh, so this I think this surpass most of the current existing uh, blockchain. Just imagine some of the parallel EVM chain. They only can uh, can have the number about TPS around 10K, but with Tendermint consensus, we can easily surpass 25K. So this is super powerful, and with that, you can just imagine why we can have very fast transaction time, and also why the entire block states can be confirmed in very short amount of time. This is also another important feature that the decentralized finance ecosystem requires. The next very good feature is we have shared liquidity, which maybe not easy to understand, but I will also give an example to explain this. So in the in Injective ecosystem, uh, the different the apps can also be can also benefit by the share liquidity features. Just imagine there's two DApps like Helix or another one maybe Mito. This all or our ecosystem projects. So if somebody a user wants to buy 100 INJ on Helix, but the liquidity provider just place a sale order for 100 INJ on Mito, the shared order book will automatically matches these two um, these two, I mean, order or transaction together, even though they are from the original from different applications. So this just here that you can feel the power of it, because in this ecosystem all of the DApps are naturally connected because they have the shared liquidity. So this also can, I think, increase the capital efficiencies by this feature.
Got it. And this just speaks about the native order book support, right? Like the power of the native order book support, where anyone can match their orders with, like, any other person, regardless of what apps they are using. So yeah, I mean, it's very powerful, I think, because nobody has to worry about segmented or siloed or fragmented liquidity. It's there
Yes,
for
yes.
everyone to use.
Yes, exactly. Just imagine if you are a developer, you want to build your own, maybe exchange, maybe another like DeFi apps. But if you think in order books power, you can also join the share liquidity family. So you don't need to
Yeah,
worry too much about your liquidity provider because the entire ecosystem uh, do that.
100%. Like, yeah,
Yes.
100%. So, like, in a way, you can say that the entire ecosystem or the entire chain itself acts as a very big, widespread exchange. In a way, like, not exactly, but in a way, because it has a shared order book, so that anyone's order can be matched with a seller. Anyone can buy from a seller, and orders can be matched.
Yes, yes, yes. I think this is also very important for those small or startup projects
Yeah.
because they don't have that many resources to find the liquidity providers. Okay, the last one, I think the very good features is we have a lot of plug and play and powerful modules. I will introduce you some of the modules in next page. Already mentioned order book module and
Hmm.
its power. It can, the share liquidity is all thanks for the order book. The share liquidity feature can be implemented. We have binary options module, which can, like support more market derivatives options for people. We have Oracle module, like we have a built-in Oracle module so that in injectives, it's super good power to link RWA real world assets into Injective because a powerful Oracle, a good price feed Oracle can always give you a link connection between the real world and the blockchain. So with this power, with its power, Injective can actually do a lot of RWA assets. Like maybe in future we can see sports, maybe weather or any other like RWA just coming into Injective ecosystem. We have bridge module. This is also very powerful. We have Peggy. It's deployed on Ethereum, so it's a key component to connect us with Ethereum ecosystem. It allows user to seamlessly transfer uh, their their assets on Ethereum to Injective. So this will also increase our interoperability. We have smart
Got
contracts
it.
module. Yeah, we have
So,
auction module.
Shuhan, sorry, I would like to interrupt you with a question. I have one question.
Yeah,
So, just like order book, are oracles and bridge modules available natively, where I, as a user, can just come to Injective and use the oracle and bridge module to for the oracle module create my own real world feeds, and for bridge just just bridge my funds, or these modules help me to create my own oracles or own bridge? How does that work out?
Yes, actually, like the title said, it's plug and play modules. So we have Injective SDK. It's exposed some of the modules interface to users, to developers.
Okay.
They can easily invoke those exposed interface and interacting with those modules. So if you want to build uh, just like order book module, if you want to build some bridge dApps, or you just want to, or in your own dApps you just want to bridge something, you don't need to searching for another solution, or
Mhm.
you writing a bridge by yourself. You just play with the Injective SDK with the bridge module, and then everything's fine.
Understood, understood. So a follow-up question on that. So as you mentioned that all of these modules can be used in a plug and play format, or can be used via the Injective SDK. So let's say that I, as a developer, like develop a new module, let's say a swap module or a dex module, just for an example. So will that be, or can that be made available via the SDK in future, and used by other users via the SDK, or how does that look like? Are these modules open source and can be made by users as well, or just by the team?
Yes, I think since we have a governance module. So if in future users, developers, they really do create a very good modules that are very special, have special power. For example, maybe they have like AI trading module, something like that. Maybe they can just submit a proposal to
Mhm.
you know apply to apply to make that module become one of the native module of Injective SDK. It's totally possible if they pass if the proposal passed.
Understood. So, from what I'm hearing, there's a module for everything. Like there's a governance module as well.
Yes, yes. Okay, so we have finished this part,
Mhm.
and in the next part, I want to explain on the technique wheel to everyone why we need multi VM environment. Um, as the picture saying that we want to have native EVM, we want to have SVM, we want to have WASM support in Injective. Why it's so important? So as a builder, I'm a developer relationship, so I have contact with many builders. So there's it looks as there's many options for them to build in Web3 world, but actually if you categorize it, it's fall into like these four pillars. Most of them will choose Ethereum or Ethereum layer twos. Most of them will go to develop in some custom layer two. Most some of them will go to another VMs like HVM, like MoveVM, or just Watson. Some of them will develop into a app chain. But there's one fact: the reality is EVM currently is dominant in crypto, especially in developer side. We can say there's so many Ethereum uh, themed hackathons, hacker house. A lot of people, even myself, uh, when I first get in touch with Web3, I'm learning the language I'm learning is Solidity. So
Yes.
I know how to write smart contracts in Solidity. That's a reality. So, but we also know there's a lot of limitations of the EVM of the Solidity, uh, and not include but not only like restrictive stack based architecture, and also like only 24 KB contract byte size, and also the performance is not that good uh, compared to 25K TPS chain. I think Ethereum itself, the main chain right now, is a little bit slower, and it's I know I know the Ethereum Foundation, they're trying to upgrading the blockchain. They introduce a lot of upgrade by the past. Also, they introduced the idea of layer two. But I think it's gives some upgrade, gives some optimization, but not good enough. Especially when we under the topic, when we under the theme of the blockchain for next generation finance. I think EVM, Ethereum, and those layer two are still behind the high performance requirement from from the topic. So this is all of the drawbacks that we already know. I know they keep upgrading, but still, I think if we're looking for another option, another ecosystem, this may be a better way to achieve our goal. And SVM also have some drawbacks. For example, SVM runtime mandates explicit state access declaration and concurrent design. Also, it has limited compute budget. Sometimes you will see it. And also, I believe for people who experience or who tried pump the farm before, sometimes, especially when there's meme season, I guess. Just few months ago, when I tried to chase some meme tokens through pump the farm, uh, especially when the busy period, the
Yeah.
the transaction just stuck there, just stopped there. I don't know whether it's processed or not. It's just stopped there, and also I cannot resubmit or something. So there's also some challenges with SVM. So the conclusion is all of those framework have some trade-offs. For Ethereum, it's a little bit slow and it's not very good scalability. For customer layer two, the lack of infrastructure too, because maybe they have their own design, own consensus. So it's all made by themselves. The infrastructure is not that good. And for like SVM, it has its own challenges. For ApeChain, also it's just made for themselves. It's not have like very global standard like developer tools for supporting developers. But
Yeah.
but we can leverage, we can combine EVM contract, smart contract with the advantage from Injective ecosystem through a multi VM module that Injective gonna have right now. Uh, what does this mean? It means you can develop your dApps through EVM contract, and it can also access all of the modules in Injective. Just imagine how good it is. For example, if I create a Uniswap, if I just or I just copy paste Uniswap code and deploy an Injective EVM module, that means you have a EVM dApps which lives on Injective blockchain, and it can join the share liquidity feature. You can enjoy the benefit from the Injective's very good interoperability and also all the other benefits from there. Just imagine how good it is. Your Uniswap can benefit from 25k TPS ecosystem. No need to your user can will not need to worry about low like the latency and also the very high gas fee because Injective has like almost zero gas fee for your user. So to have a multi VM support in Injective, it's a win-win situation for both developer and our chain. For developers, they don't need to. I know Wasm is very good. I know Rust is very strong language, but in fact, if you coming from Ethereum ecosystem, you only know Solidity. To learning a new language and to learning a new tools to develop your project, it's always time consuming. But when we Injective ourselves native support EVM, this is not gonna be an issue again. And also, you can at the meanwhile you can benefit from all of the very good features from Injective itself. Here's
Got
one
it.
of the approach that we probably can we gonna have, like how you can leverage the features from Injective, or how you can leverage the advantage of the Injective modules. That we will have some pre-compile EVM pre-compile when your smart contract encounter those pre-compile command opcodes, it will go communicate with no matter what's on contract or the other Injective module like order book or exchange or bank module, you can just enjoy all of the benefits through it.
Understood. So, Joan, like, if a developer wanted to deploy a contract, will it be will it be in Rest or Solidity? Or from what I'm seeing right now, it should be in Solidity, and then it gets compiled into Wasm, and then they get executed. Or how does that look like from a developer's point of view?
No, it's not compiled to Watson. You still have
Yeah.
your Solidity contract. You don't need to change a bit. It's just when your contract process in injective EVM module, it will
Hmm.
be decoded as opcodes. You know that.
Okay.
This
Hmm.
During this level, developers will not know. Only the EVM, only the virtual machine itself knows. And when the virtual
Okay.
machine reads through
Yeah.
those lines by lines opcodes, when they encounter a very special one, it will know immediately know. Okay, this one is means this smart contract want this DApps wants to communicate with other module, so it will send a message to the other modules, and the other modules will give some feedback back or change the state so that it can so so your EVM contract or your EVM project can actually invoke the other injecting modules by that.
Understood. But since it also supports Wasm module, so I can also write contracts in Rest, right? Or it still has to be in Solidity.
You can just write Solidity.
Okay.
It can interact with Watson module, which means you can write Solidity contract. For example, I have a counter in Solidity contract, and then I have another contract writing Watson that says when the Solidity contract reach the counter reach to 100, I do something. You can do something like that. You see,
Okay.
so which means your EVM your Solidity contract can actually interact with Watson contract, but it does not mean you have to transfer them.
Right.
It's just have
Understood.
the connection, make the connection between these two.
Understood. Yeah. That makes sense and that's clear now.
Hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think maybe this can make some developers or hackers. I mean, the hackathon hackers have some very great idea or very
Yeah.
playful idea in future. Just link these two languages together.
100%.
Yes. So okay, I think I already covered this part, but I want
Hmm.
to emphasize it again. You know, you can just leverage all of the native injective benefits from your uh, from from your from your Solidity contract or your EVM project if you deploy an injective EVM. And also you can benefit from injective's interoperability. So uh, that means your DApps can benefit from all of the ecosystem because just like I mentioned before, uh, we have the IBC to connect, and also the bridge module connect with all a lot of different ecosystem. So users' assets can easily be transferred into Injective. Um, that's the capital efficiency can increase also a lot.
So, John, would you like to reiterate what IBC is?
IBC is it's a Cosmos SDK's tools which allows the blockchain uh, connect with different other blockchain or interact with different other blockchain. It's like an interface things. So if you anyone can implement the IBC for certain blockchain so that these two can do some interactions.
Understood. Yeah. Thanks for explaining that.
Hmm. Okay, technical features for injected EVM. Yes, we have all those. A lot of these features are just inherited from injective itself, right? And also we want to make this injective EVM uh, as you know uh, as similar as EVM it is. I think 100 is our goal. So ERC 4337 account abstraction also gonna be supported by our EVM.
Nice. So account abstraction like ERC4337 is going to be or is available natively as well.
Yes, gonna be available. So if you want to build up your AA wallet future and want to deploy on Injective, it's also gonna be supported.
Nice. Yeah, that's another very powerful thing to have natively available.
Yes. Okay. Let's go into our final part. I want to do a quick note integration like demo right now.
Hmm.
Maybe take a few minutes because I think quick notes offers very good infrastructure experience for developer who wants to, deploy their own endpoint and have their dedicated endpoint by themselves. So if you go to your quick note account, log into
Okay.
the dashboard. Uh, you click quick endpoints, there will be a lot of choice. If you just search Injective, there will be Injective pops out. Let me just change my share screen to my web browser.
Hmm. So Chuhan, like, have you used the injective endpoints from QuickNode yet? How has your experience been so far?
I haven't used it before, yeah, once, and I just want to do it again to show how easy and how quick you can just set up your own quick node test node for now.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me reshare my screen with my
Okay.
quick note page.
And for everyone who's watching, if you have any questions about injective for Chuhan, drop them in the comment section below, and Chuhan will be happy to answer them. So let me
Okay.
pull up his screen again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me click create endpoint. Just like I said, there's injective. I click continue. There's injective testnet node that I can deploy. Boom.
Yep.
Okay. Since I already create the free one before,
Hmm.
so this is not an option for now. But you can see
Yeah.
there's a price level, so you can choose whatever you want. I just create a free one. It costs you nothing. Let's go back to after you click this, your endpoint is just live. It's super easy and
Yep.
can be done in just a minute. Let me just click
And
back.
and for everyone who's watching, like, you can just create a endpoint for free, and on the free account, the only thing is that you will only be able to create one endpoint, and that account will be free forever. You do not need to worry about paying anything. Of course, that will be a little bit rate limited in the sense that you will only be able to send certain amount or certain number of requests per second, and you will only have certain amount of credits in your account. But still, it will work if you just want to test out a new network, if you want to check out a new network. That's the way to go. If you are just exploring the network, that's the way to go. You do not need to pay anything. It'll be free forever. Back to you, Chuan.
Yes. So let's go back to the one that I just created before this live stream. You can see
Hmm.
we have everything set up. It's active, and we have HTTP provider. So let's do a check if this actually work. Sorry, but I need to change my share
Rish.
screen again to
Yeah.
my terminal page. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine, Chuan.
Yeah, the last one won't be long time. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
yeah,
yep.
can anybody see my everybody see my terminal?
Yes, we can see your
Yeah.
terminal.
Okay, so I will expand this command. It looks scary, but actually it's not scary. Okay, So it means I'm running Injective, which is a comment. It's a comment tool from Injective team. It allows you to interact with Injective blockchain, submit transaction, or interact with the module. It's all powerful in one tool. So you can install it in Injective's documentation page. There's a full tutorial to teach you how to use it. I'm using a Dockerized Injective because it only supports times I mean Linux system, but my Mac because it's old version, so it's not M1 chip, so it's not supported. I will instead use tokenized one
Mhm.
to run in the Injective. And also, what I'm doing is after this Injective command, it's query bank balance following with my wallet address.
Wallet address.
I think it's very straightforward. It's just Injective query bank. It's a module that I mentioned before, and the comments that I want to, the thing that I want to query is balance and following with my wallet address, and the chain ID is Injective 888 is testnet ID, and the node I just replace it to the quick node one. You can see it. It's I just create it. So let's say what it will return.
And Chuan, after the stream, make sure to delete that API, like that API token, and create a new one. You can do that
Okay,
from your QuickNote dashboard.
okay, sure. Okay, okay. I just released some private info to everybody. I will delete it. It's not gonna be used anymore. Okay,
Okay.
so you can see I have I have few balance under my Injective address, so it actually
Mhm.
works. It's That's it. The little demo for you guys to show how
Mhm.
easy, how convenient you can setting up your own quick note endpoint for your development with Injective. And can I go back to my uh, PPT? There's one last slide I want to show.
Sure, sure. Please go ahead, Juan. Yeah, so as everyone saw, Chuan just showed us how you can interact with the Injective blockchain using QuickNote endpoint and Injective command line tool, Injective.
Yeah, that's the command that I just used. Already expanded.
Mhm.
Mhm. And I want to thank everybody. Thank all the audience who come to this live stream. Thank Note again. The QR code attached is our developer Telegram group. You are so welcome to join, scan the QR code, and join our Telegram group. If you have any technical question, you can just post there. We will gonna help you and give you technical support anytime. And Injective this year will also host many hackathons. And also, there's one hackathon just over. It's AI hackathon. We co-host with Dora Hacks, and we have a prize pool about 100k USD. So please subscribe with our Twitter official Twitter account, and looking forward to see you guys again in this year's big conference or another events with Injective.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much, Juan, for explaining us what Injective is and how developers can leverage different modules and native things which comes out of the box with Injective, which on any other chain people will have to use 10 different apps to do that. So, for everyone who's watching us, if you have any questions for Chuhan related to Injective or how to get started with Injective, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And I will highly recommend all of you to join the Injective Builders or Developers chat by scanning the QR code which is being displayed on the screen, so that if you have any questions later on as well, you can simply ask those questions in that chat and get support from the Injective team. So, Johan, looks like you did a really great job at explaining everything about Injective, and people do not have any questions related to it. So I think we can conclude over here. And for people who are watching this as a normal YouTube video, after this has been uploaded on our YouTube channel, if you have any questions during that time, again, you can drop them in the comment section below, and we will make sure to get them answered by Chuhan or Injective team. And during that time also, you can just scan this QR code and ask any questions in the Injective developer or builder chat. So thank you everyone who joined us and who has stayed with us for this long. And we will see you in the next stream. Thank you so much, Chuhan, for joining us and taking us through what Injective is and how people can get started with Injective.
Thank you, Sahil. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.